manage reference data set. So in the manage reference data set, we can create individually or common reference data set. For example, our organization, 4 workforce structure is available, right? Job, grade, location, department. So for example, let us consider two legal entities is available in our organization. One is India legal entity. Another one is US legal entity. So in the India legal entity and US legal entity, what are the workforce structure is common and what are that individual. For example, in job is individually job is allocated for India legal entity only. In US legal entity, some other individual jobs is only it will available. So those kind of things we can define individual reference data set. So based on the reference data set, we can able to create in the workforce structure. Okay, so in the workforce structure we can mention common set or individual reference data set. Suppose individual reference data set, we can mention that particular business unit only accessible on that workforce structure. But common set the created in workforce structure, those all access in all business units level and legal entity. We can able to create a, I mean hire a employees or anything. Okay, so let us create one reference data set here. Already created reference data set, we can search here. So now we can create newly, click plus icon, set code. I can create from test India job RDS reference data set. Okay, so in the red color mark is showing set code always in capital letter only we can enter. For example, I enter in lowercase, right? So it will throw error. I can show you in the set name. I can give in capital ram test India job RDS. Description also same. I can paste it here. So now I am going to save. It will throw a error. See, error reference data set code must be uppercase. The error number is 6003. Reference data set code must be uppercase. So I can modify it to uppercase. RAM test India job RDS. Okay. Now I can add one more RAM test. You can give what are that your client requirement. Based on that, you can create the reference data set. For my testing purpose, I can give some sample name India job. It's a individual set. Common set, you don't want to mention anything. I mean you don't want to create a reference data set. Already common set is available. So I can create job and department RDS from test India department RDS. So description also paste it here. So all four structure. So job and department only I can give in individual reference data set. Rest of that grade, location, I can create in common set. Okay. So now click save and close. Reference data set is created. Now we can verify on this. Go to manage reference data set. Set name ROM test search. See, our reference data set is created. Okay. Now individual task is available. We can create that. I mean, set up that organization name and legal entity. Everything individual task is available. So based on that, we can create one by one. Now I can create manage location also. So manage location. Go to workforce structure. Select all task. In this task manage location. So manage location is one of the workforce structure. So in the manage location, already existing location, you can filter here. The 2 star means any one of that field is required. I mean any one of the field must be values is available. Single star means all fields are required, but double star means in the two fields any one you can give the names and search the values. Now click create. Okay, so see effective start date, when onwards the location it will enable, I mean effective. So I can give initially 01/01/1951. This effective start date automatically came out here, right? So this is based upon this enterprise structure configuration initially. For example, I can open the another window. Go to setup and maintenance. Workforce structure. Select all task. Manage enterprise HCM information. Scroll down. Scroll down. See, here is that workforce structure configuration. So in this workforce structure configuration, default effective start date 01/01/1951. So whatever date we mentioned here in the workforce structure configuration, so based on this effective start date, all workforce structure effect creation that time effective start date showing like 01/01/1951. For example, I cancel this. Not only location, all workforce structure, go to that manage department. I click on this create button. See, effective start date is 1951, and I go to manage job. See, manage job. I click on this create new. See, 1951. So, and manage grade. You can search here manage grade, manage grades, create. See, effective start date as 1/1/1951. So the effective days is automatically predefined based on this workforce structure configuration. So whatever date you mentioned here, those date it will automatically come up in the creation of workforce structure. Okay, and default location country, whatever you mentioned in the workforce structure, it will automatically come up here. So first I will create a location. Manage location. Okay, create manage location task. Okay, so I create newly, click the plus icon. It's okay. So effective start date is 1/1/1951, and location set. Location set means it's showing initially it's common set. So common set is all legal entity or business unity we can able to access this location, or individual set. For example, we can create any individual reference data set we can assign here. So now we can consider common set. And action reason. Action reason means you can select the reason why the location is you create. For the reason you can add it here. These all for like audit lag purpose, or your reference you can add the reason why the location is created. And location name from test India location, first location. I added my location name and location code. I mentioned description also. Status active or inactive. Active location only showing in all places, so I mentioned in active. Inventory organization. So inventory organization means any place inventory organization place you can add it here. And any attachment you want, you can add it here. And location latitude, location longitude, context value you can see later on this. And contact details. So if any contact details, you can add it here. And main address details added in that India, India. Okay, in Chennai, address line 1, city Chennai, pin code you can mention. Okay, state, search, Tamil, Tamil Nadu. Time zone, anything you want, you can add the time zone code. Official language, which language you want, you can add it here. Email address, geographic hierarchy, if you want to add any hierarchy, geographic hierarchy level, you can add it here. Main phone, fax, other phone. And shipping details, suppose you want in supply chain module related, you want to mention that ship to state, bill to site, ship to site, bill to site, receiving site, office site. So based on that you can mention yes or no. And extra information, you can ignore straight away on this extra information fields. And legislative information also. Okay, just these fields are enough to create a location. Click save. Changes were saved. Click review. Okay, you can check all the information. After that, click submit. Yes, the request was submitted. Okay, done. Now you can verify your location data is available or not. Test. I can search. See, the double star field is any one of the field values is mentioned, it's enough. See, our record is showing us status is active. Okay, so manage location. I can open this workforce structure created in the manage location, right? So initially go to that home, tools option, tools, transaction console, approval rules location. See, create location. The bypass approval it's enabled, right? Tick mark is enabled. So in this, the newly created location without going to the workflow approval, it's directly skip that workflow structure. I mean approval structure, it will directly skipped. I mean bypass approvals. So automatically whenever I create the location, it will skip the approval and directly location is created. See the transaction summary, cancel the failed list. See, RAM test India first location is status is completed. I mean location is created. See here, status is completed. Process name create location. Transaction ID submitted on today. Submitted by Ramkumar. Diagnostic log you can able to download here. Approval history, commands and attachment anything, because currently approval process is skipped, right? So that's why it's not nothing to showing here. Yeah, this is that location creation.